Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Super Mario 64. Before we embark upon the last course, I have sort of a little discussion slash mini rant that I want to start off this episode with. As I'm at the end of the game now, in the late game courses where there's a lot more difficult jumping challenges and you need a lot more really good precise control, my opinion of the game's controls is falling here where the difficulty is really spiking. Semicircular turn, where sometimes Mario will just turn immediately around, like he just did just now. I'm facing away, I hit toward the camera. Mario just instantly goes in this direction. He should do that every single time. This is a 3D action platforming game. Hyper-precise controls are critical. I don't want realistic movement. I want the character to do exactly what I tell him to do. And so the semicircular turn thing especially, I've come to regard as the biggest problem with this game. Actually, a bigger problem than the imperfect camera controls. Here in the late game stages, it has killed me enough times it feels pretty irritating. Okay, mini rant slash explanation over. With that out of the way, it's time to do the final course, the music. Let's jump in and see. Why? Why this theme again? This theme is fine for races. It's fine for the slides. It is terrible for an entire course. I am not subjecting my eardrums to this theme again throughout the entirety of another course. So for the sake of my own sanity, because I cannot find anything in the options music for the game to just turn the music off but leave the sound effects on, I'm just muting the game audio. I'm sorry that means we're not going to be able to listen to the sound effects, but I'm going to go insane if I have to listen to that theme over and over again. Instead, I've prepared a nice playlist of Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road remixes, which to me feel very appropriate for this rainbow-themed sky level. So we're going to listen to that. And apologies that means we're not going to be hearing the game audio, but again, for the sake of my own sanity, this is what we're going with. I think this is going to make for a much more pleasant listening experience all around. Alright. With all of those preliminaries over, sorry for the really long explanation. Let's start going for the stars in this course. And for all the reasons I just discussed, I'm going to make some save states here and there so that if I screw up certain parts, I can just restart from a more convenient point and not have to redo the entire level from the beginning. But yeah, for the most part, as I said, I found that this stage is mostly pretty enjoyable jumping challenges. There's just a few parts that feel kind of obnoxious, or where it feels like I'm getting messed up by lackluster controls, but that's relatively uncommon. Ah man, the Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road theme is just incredible. One of the best composed pieces of Nintendo franchise music ever, in my opinion. And some really good remixes of it out there. Now, this magic carpet will disappear if you're off it for a few seconds. So you can't afford to be off the carpet for too long. Get out of here, Lakitu. I do really like the theme of this course as well. High in the sky, lots of crazy jumps, and if you mess them up, you die instantly. Aside from when the controls mess me up every now and then, and it feels kind of unfair, mostly due to that frickin' semicircle turn. Aside from that, this feels really fun too, like really fun challenges. So by no means do I hate this course at all. For the most part, it wasn't as bad as I remembered / feared. Now this next part coming up is pretty difficult. Well, it looks like I'm probably going to get it on the first try. Yeah, first try. That wasn't so bad. Alright, first star is here on this flying ship, this airship. Just go to the fore of the ship, and first star is ours. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. That was fun. Alright, onward now to the second star. Mario games in general have sort of common themes that occur throughout a lot of the games. And having like sky-based, rainbow-themed levels is one of those commonalities. Along with, you know, the Haunted Boo Mansions is another one. That are really distinctive and just make things feel very Mario-like. And I really enjoy a lot of these distinctive Mario-themed elements. A lot of major game franchises have things like that. Sonic the Hedgehog as well, of course. I mean, tons of them. I could list, like, okay, well, that's a death. Huh. Never made that mistake during my practice runs, but let's try and do it better this time. Yeah, there's, I mean, dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of examples. Final Fantasy franchise, of course, is a major one that has lots of shared elements that identify things as Final Fantasy, the summons and such. Which is cool, even though I don't like the Final Fantasy series anymore nearly as much as I did when I was much younger. For a variety of reasons that I won't get into here, because this isn't a Final Fantasy playthrough, obviously. If I were to do an LP of a Final Fantasy game, it would probably be of 9. Which is interesting. I feel like 9 is almost a little bit of a black sheep, perhaps. It seems to get overlooked a lot. Not one of the more popular games, at least that's my impression, but it's probably the one that has held my favor of it the most. But I just said I wasn't going to talk about that because this isn't a Final Fantasy LP, so enough about that. If I ever do LP Final Fantasy IX, we can get into all that. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to equalize the volume on these remixes, so some are quieter than others. This one's a bit on the quiet side, but we'll just make do. Okay, so for this next star, we have to take the right carpet here at this intersection instead of the left. Whoops! Oh my goodness, I was derping out and somehow didn't even see that platform. Like, I knew it was there and everything. What the heck was I doing? That was 100% my fault. Don't know what the heck. I was just spacing out, not even paying attention. Oops. I think I... Nope, we recovered. Perfect. Also, I want to make clear, despite my little rant that I opened this video with, I still love this game. I still think this game is fantastic for all kinds of reasons. But as I said, the later stages have made my initially glowing appraisal of the controls go down a bit. The controls are absolutely fine when you're dealing with easier levels, but once you need this hyper-precise control, you start to feel the limitations. And I'm sure once you're a master of the game, you just know how to compensate for all the limitations, but that feels less like... it's hard to explain what I want to say. It feels better when mastering a game is a matter of just overcoming really difficult challenges with perfect controls, as opposed to dealing with imperfect controls. It's kind of a fine distinction, but... Anyway, I managed to do the backflips over the fire shooting it out of that fireplace perfectly, so I feel pretty cool about that. Alright, second star acquired. Da-dun! Okay. Onward to star number 3. It's red coin time. And as we've seen as a common theme for these later courses, the red coins are all amassed in one place rather than scattered all over the map. I actually really like that. I think it's cool when there's one specific obstacle course and the red coins are all there. It feels more like they're their own special challenge and less like they're just a tour of the course when they're concentrated in one obstacle course area. And that way the 100 coin star properly feels like it's the big course tour. Whoa, that was close. And this is a pretty cool obstacle course for the red coins to be in. It's basically a big vertical stone maze that requires a lot of fancy jumping to be able to get the coins. And conveniently, it doesn't have an endless abyss under it, so if you mess up the difficult jumps, you don't have to start the course over from the beginning to try them again. I appreciate that. Okay, I think the better way to do this is to do a double jump and a wall kick. Yeah, there we go. And a long jump over to here. Jump over this wall here, grab this coin. Maybe that wasn't the best order to do things in, because I think I have to re-enter the maze from the bottom after getting that. Oops. Ah man, this orchestrated remix of Rainbow Road is just incredible. This is a legitimately beautiful piece of music. Major kudos both to the original composer of this great theme and the guy who did this arrangement. Sorry, I'm not remembering your handle off the top of my head. And I apologize, because you made an incredible arrangement of this theme. Yeah, in situations like this, it doesn't matter as much when Mario does that half turn, because there's plenty of ledge, so even if he does the half turn, you're not going to fall off anything. It's on narrow ledges where the half turn gets you killed and is a lot more annoying. Okay. But yeah, these are fun jumping challenges here in this maze. I like this a lot. This is really enjoyable. It doesn't bother me at all when I mess up in here, because it very much just feels like my own fault. And, you know, I'm not messing up all that much, so mostly I'm getting to make cool jumps and feel awesome about it. That's a good feeling. There we go. Come on. You can do it, Mario. Let's switch to the Mario cam so that we can line this up properly. Alright. Last red coin is ours. Then you just let go of the stick and you'll land right on that ledge and not fly off. And the red coin star is ours. Nice. That's half of the stars on the Sky Course. And we haven't even abused save states much so far. A little bit, but not too bad. We've been playing this pretty legitimately. Alright, so now we visit a new part of the course for the next couple of stars. And there's a convenient shortcut to get here. If you long jump from the starting platform, you can reach this pole. And given the placement of this pole, I have to think that this was a completely intentionally placed shortcut. More cool jumping challenges at this part. Oh, there's that little semicircle. Man, once you realize that's a thing, and it's killed you a bunch of times and you know it's what's killed you, you realize it happens all the time. It's quite interesting. I mean, I've sort of subconsciously realized it from the beginning, but now I'm just very conscious of it. Always aware of when it's happening. Oh. This part feels laggy for some reason. Wonder if there's a lot of polys on screen at once here, or what's going on. And alright, another star acquired. Oh my god! Oh, that was hilarious. After making all those difficult jumps, I almost jumped off by not jumping quite high enough there. That would have been terrible. There's gonna be a point. Maybe a couple of points. Yeah, I think there's basically 2 points in this course where I'm pretty much just straight up gonna abuse the save states. We haven't seen any of them yet. Everything so far has been very fair, and it hasn't felt necessary. But one of the save state abuse points is coming up with this star, which we begin by going to the same part of the course. Wait for the teeter-totter or seesaw, whatever you want. No, this isn't a seesaw. This is the teeter-totter. Wait, that's the same thing, isn't it? Pendulum. That's a giant pendulum. Jeez Louise. This is the seesaw / teeter-totter. Basic concepts, Dr. J. Basic concepts. You can do it. Jump over it. Whoa. Almost thought that was going to get me. Wait for this thing to come back with the proper timing. Also, I like this 3D representation of the donut platforms from NES Mario games. It's kind of cool getting to see them in 3D. The falling donut platforms. Careful, careful. Ooh, that was close. No, I meant to do a long jump. Am I dead? I'm dead. Yup, I meant to do a long jump, but that was my fault. I can't blame the game for that one. I just hit the buttons in the wrong order. I meant to do Z trigger jump, and I did jump Z trigger, so that was just purely me messing up. We didn't even get to the point where I feel a bit of a need to abuse the save state, so I'm not blaming the game at all for that one. That was 100% on me. Okay, there's a point where the semicircle turn, I feel like, was a problem, because that was very time sensitive because of the falling platforms and the fire spewing. It didn't get me killed in that instance, but, you know, it could have. Okay. Let's not mess up the long jump this time. Okay, this is it. This is the point where I'm just going to straight up abuse the save state. Because this part is really tricky. It might take me many tries, and I don't want to have to restart the stage from scratch every single time if I screw up and end up flying off the level. Because this is, yeah, see how little time you have to do that? This tests your jumping abilities to the limit. You have to be almost perfect for this. And this is another point where the circle turn, I feel like, is a big problem. If I could count on Mario to turn on a dime, like right there. Okay, good. Ah, we were so close. Yeah, if Mario semicircle turns there, it probably costs you enough time that you can't make it. So you really need him to turn on a dime there. Do the instant turn. Okay. Because if you do the backflip like that, it costs you too much time. Especially because Mario likes to do that show-off pose after you do it. Okay, semicircle turn. Yep. 100% the semicircle turn cost me that. I would have done it if he had turned on a dime. I know, I'm very much a broken record and beating a dead horse at this point, but that is number one. The worst aspect of this game's controls. Number one. Alright, we did it. That wasn't so bad. We didn't even need the save point because we didn't go flying off. It doesn't feel like an abuse at all if I don't actually use the save point. Okay, good, good. This is going well. Just one more star left to go. Okay, so for this one, we're going to need the Bob-omb Buddy. Right, I remember where he is now. He is at the top of the maze with the red coins. I believe this is our second cycle through the playlist, which gives a gauge of how long this is taking. But yeah, like, so many things about this course are super fun. Like doing that backflip over that flamethrower, all these cool, crazy jumps. And again, I just love the sky theme. For the most part, this is a pretty nicely designed course. Music aside, what were they thinking using that? I don't even know how to describe it. Like, hoedown music? Like, I don't even know what you call it. For 2 entire courses. That theme is absolutely fine for just special events, but for an entire course theme, not such a fan. Really grates on my ears. Anyway, what we have to do is some crazy wall kicking to get to the top of this vertical maze. And you feel really cool if you do it right, which I thought that Mario was going to grab the ledge there at the top, and he didn't. It's basically why I didn't do one last wall kick, but I should have, just to be safe. This time I'll make sure to do that if it looks borderline. Okay. It feels really cool pulling that off. That's another super fun part. Alright, so Bob-omb Buddy prepares the cannon for us now. Alright. Ride the elevator down. Hop back down to here. And now we have to return to the airship. Because, sensibly enough, the airship is where the cannon is located. And you need the cannon for this star. Which I'm sure was quite obvious from the fact that I said we needed to talk to the Bob-omb Buddy. Alright, since we're going to the ship again, that means we're taking the left fork here. Get out of here, Lakitu. You and your spinies. Or thornies. I forget what those are called. This part's pretty leisurely. It's interesting. A lot of this course, I feel like a lot of the challenge comes from it being intimidated by it. Like, you realize that you're over an endless abyss just constantly. Like, there's almost no solid ground at all, and that there's a lot of tricky jumps. So I feel like that knowledge makes it easy to panic and lose your cool. And then you make mistakes you wouldn't make normally. So just keeping your cool and just, you know, staying relaxed, taking everything without freaking out is the key to doing most of this course. Alright, cool. No screw-ups yet. And the cannon is here in the back. Alright, get out of here, Lakitu. Jerk. Alright. Alright, so you want to be, horizontally speaking, lined up perfectly with that pole. And then, vertically, you pretty much want to be aiming for the center of the rainbow. And that way you're sure to land on this pole here and not fly off the edge of this tiny island. Where there's one last Chukya. I had forgotten about that guy. Okay, I think that's the last titled star. Alright, now we're coming to the one point of this course where I legitimately feel like save state abuse is 100% justified. Because it's very, very easy to mess this up, and having to restart the course from the beginning every time you mess it up would just be infuriating. And a huge time waster. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is because the carpet quickly starts to disappear after you leave it, you have to be quick to collect those coins once you jump off. You can't be leisurely about it or you'll lose your carpet. And although there are plenty of excess coins on this course, it doesn't hurt to really put effort into getting every coin you can. Just because... try to get all the Lakitu coins? Nah, we missed a bunch of them. That was unfortunate. But it's hard to get all the Lakitu coins on that rapidly rotating platform. But yeah, it reaches a point where each and every coin is a challenge to get. So the more of them you get, the less really difficult coins you have to grab as you go. Get the coins from these little dudes. Alright, now here's the point where I'm just flagrantly going to abuse the save state. You have to be very fast and do this perfectly to get the blue coins. And probably without the blue coins, like, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing there's no way of reaching 100. And so it would be really annoying to have to come back here the long way every time you messed this up. It would waste a lot of time unless you're super pro at this game and can do this perfectly with great reliability. Nope. Yep. We really might just be here all day. Oh, I got them all. Okay. Fwa. That would have been, I don't know, an hour? Maybe not quite an hour, but that would have been an unbelievable amount of time down the toilet if I had restarted the course from scratch every time there. Get away from me, you. Alright, now of course we want to get the red coins. Okay, fine. If you want to just walk off the edge, I'm totally okay with that. I already got the coin from you anyway. Now the rest of this is mostly fairly rote now that hard part is over. Imagine though, if you will, if you were just playing this on an N64, not an emulator, you didn't have save states available. After a dozen tries and an hour of your life down the drain, you managed that blue coin challenge. And then you make a mistake getting the remaining coins and fall off and have to do it all over another dozen times. Can you imagine how infuriating that would be? I don't understand why I didn't rage quit at this point of the game, playing it on an actual N64 as a young teenager. Honestly, it's a testament to something, I don't know what, that I actually got 120 stars legitimately playing this back in the day. Determination, I guess. Patience. Ironic that in that one particular way I kind of had more patience as a teenager than I do now. Obviously, as an adult, I'm mostly more patient now than I was as a teenager, but I'm definitely less patient for having to replay games over and over again now. Okay. Was that a part where I needed to backflip? Was that the way? Okay, yeah, that's just a backflip point. This one too. Okay. Now let's line ourselves up, zoom the camera out, and last coin acquired. Alright, 25 to go. Now, on my practice run, the way I did this was by going for the shortcut pole. I imagine you can probably get the remaining coins by going in the other direction as well, but because the shortcut pole was the way I practiced, that's how I'm going to do it here as well. So, return to the starting platform. Whoa, that was close. Line ourselves up. This is where we're going to appreciate that we tried to get every coin we possibly could, because it is a little bit of a struggle to reach 100 here. There are some challenging coins to get here. If the fly guy would align himself, we can jump on him and maybe get his too. Honestly, they would probably just fly off into the abyss anyway, so I don't want to waste a lot of time with it, and we don't actually require them. Unless we miss too many coins here, then we might need his. Hopefully we won't. Okay, that's a cool maneuver. You feel cool when you pull that one off. Doing that backflip and getting all those coins at once. Okay, these are very missable coins. Ugh. Okay, jump, Mario, jump. Get this one. Don't let it fall. Stupid flamethrower. Okay, we did it. Whoa. Okay. I don't feel bad about this at all, because this is just a matter of which way do you go for the coins. Unless you have a perfect memory, you're not going to remember. Maybe the other way is better to get the last 10. Let's try it. Oh, that's looking promising. I don't know if the other way even has the coins we need. I don't think it does. So that would have been a huge mistake. 5 to go. Starting to get a little concerned. There are no more coins over here. Okay, I hope that there are some in the other direction then. Otherwise, we may have screwed ourselves. We may have missed some necessary coins somewhere along the way. I didn't think we had. Ah, here they are. Here's the last 5. Good, good, good. Oh, we spawned that. No, Mario, this is not the time for your semicircle turns. All right, we did it. Woohoo! Okay, it doesn't even matter that we died because it recorded that we had the star. 118 stars. Only 2 to go. And defeating Bowser for the last time, and then we'll have cleared the game. All right, let's turn the game audio back on. We're almost there, folks. Hopefully you'll join me for the final episode next time, and I'll see you then. Bye!